welcome everybody. This is Yost Learbach, and just in time for more Let's Play Alice Madness Returns. In the last episode, we fought a Daimyo Wasp, and actually it was probably a pretty even fight. We explored a bit of the Mysterious East. In this episode, we're going to continue our climb up the mountains of the Mysterious East. Hopefully to find some living creatures that aren't trying to kill us. I guess paper is considered living. Hey look, there they are.
The chosen one? Our savior? Our benefactor?
Oh. Okay. In the last episode we talked about, what did we talk about? Alright, we talked about video games. Like
we'll
we
keep just
always
the one
do.
lamp, Alice, as a nightlight, but it stays in the upstairs hall and only till you turn 12.
And in this episode, we're going to be talking about. I guess we should continue to talk about
Yes,
video games.
we
There's
must.
something I want to talk about that's kind of this bizarre thing that I found out about a couple days ago. Apparently, and oh boy, I gotta go and tell you this right now. Xbox is just kind of getting the shaft this year. Just all the stuff that. All the bad press that's happening to it. Wow, that's loud.
Suggest your fitness to confront the challenges ahead. Mental strength will confirm your worthiness, or declare your defeat.
I'm gonna turn this down a bit. And I'll be like, any minute now that it'll go down. My volume will drop. It might have already. Yeah, like right now, like there's apparently a petition going out to return the Xbox One back to its original state. Like, you know, the whole DRM thing. They'll have to be online at least once a day, once every 24 hours. If not, your system's completely unusable. Everything is digital. Everything on it is digital. Like, instead of, you won't be able to trade games because you're tied to CD key or something like that. Or your game is installed onto your console or something. It's not even, you don't even have the game on the disc. It's in the cloud or something like that. So yeah, my first thought when I heard that was, this cannot be real. And sure enough, I checked the link. Check the link on the video I found, and sure enough, there's a petition going to return it. And my first thought at that point is, Microsoft must have set this up. Like, apparently, like, it's supposedly from the fans, but I don't believe it. It has to be Microsoft, because they're the only ones dumb enough to want to do this. And, so my friend Michael has been, so my friend Michael has been, coming in. Came in from Granada. He's on, I guess you could say, vacation. he's between his classes right now. He's on like school vacation right now. He's trying to be a medic, a doctor. So yeah. I already went in here, but I'm thinking sure. And So I showed him the video, and he's a pretty big gamer too. He and I are kind of pretty big in the gaming, you know. And he's saying, he's sitting here laughing the whole time. He's like, I bet you anything this is like some PlayStation 4 fanboy that did this. And I start thinking, like, that has to be it. Like, we start reading through some of the comments, and the first comment we see is about this one guy whose name I'm not going to repeat because I'm trying to keep this at least I'm trying to keep this M-rated game at least G-rated or PG-rated content or PG-rated commentary in this M-rated game. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, right? And let's put it this way: I'm fairly certain that wasn't the guy's real name. It's one of those names. Like I'm fairly certain it wasn't the real name. But he starts talking about, he's talking in this very, I don't want to say condescending manner. But basically, like, the stuff he's saying is like, I still totally don't want this, because we don't want to be able to trade with our friends and all this other great stuff that gaming has given us, and no, screw Microsoft. Not screw Microsoft, no, screw used games or something like that. He's basically, the whole thing is very, I'm fairly certain the guy was just joking when he wrote it, like just trying to be like condescending to Microsoft or the guy who made the, totally screwed that up. And in 24 moves or less. That's a new one. Yeah, I think I figured out what to do now. There we go. And,
You can save us. I'll open the path.
Usually the second comment, we read through the second comment, it really boils Michael's, blood right here, this one. It's like, this kid is talking about, we should embrace the whole deal with Microsoft. It's going to be inevitable that everything's going to be digital one day. And, well, I can attest to that, but that's not going to be until, like, years from now. Internet is still a sketchy thing for a lot of people. I mean, we saw, like, about, I think, like, 60% of the American population has internet. And I can guarantee you even less than that has a reliable internet that works 100% of the time, that doesn't mess up, that will not screw you over that one time that you need to update. And yeah, so when it screws up, could very well be that time when Xbox needs to update.
Siege upon us and control the peaks to east and west. You must defeat them to reach Caterpillar's retreat.
I suppose I must go to the mountaintop, as it won't come to me.
We have faith that Caterpillar, the strange and wondrous, helps those in need. One day we'll have proof. Purity of heart is to will one thing, to approach his sacred eyrie. You must confront the savage daimyos who prevent our access to his power. I'll open the entrance to the sacred caves where your journey begins.
There's like more daimyos. Yeah. The wrong key. I said this last episode, I had my hands on the wrong keys. Go figure. But anyway, I'm going back to what I was talking about. My biggest complaint isn't even so much being online all the time. It shows you the path that we're about to take, I think. I think that's what that red line is. That's either the path we're about to take or the path we did take. My biggest complaint isn't even... Okay. We're basically trying to avoid hazards. We can't attack.
This depiction of domestic harmony and order. The fruitful landscape encouraged industry, tolerance, and cooperation. Loving families flourished.
Yeah, that right there, though, is emotional. It really makes it difficult to tell you what you can and can't hit. When you first seeing that, you don't really...
An onslaught of alien attacks broke their fragile bodies and nearly crushed their generous spirits.
Yeah. Let's see, where was I with the... Oh yeah, it's not so much I have a problem with the downloading everything online. My main problem is the fact that it requires an internet connection, which the main problem with that is our internet is that I shouldn't have to log on online every 24 hours just so that you can check up on me. I know I've heard, how was I pushing W to jump there? Jeez. I've heard a lot of people call Microsoft, talk about like Big Brother and call Microsoft Big Brother and stuff like that. And if you don't know what that means, what Big Brother is essentially, I believe it was coined somewhere in the 70s and 80s. Basically, it was during the time when like the government was doing a lot of shady I shouldn't say business practices, but shady things, and there's a lot of things we called the government Big Brother because kind of like the government is kind of like a big brother, I guess you could say. Like the big brother, the older brother is the person that's supposed to like take care of you, I guess, if you're the younger sibling. But yeah, so like we have this whole Big Brother mentality going on with Microsoft. This whole thing. It's so much the whole Big Brother's watching you thing. Like they're watching you, and that's the whole reason why they're doing the handshake is not the handshake. The checking every 24 hours to make sure that you're playing the way they want you to play, to make sure that you're not cheating or anything like that. Which I like that. Like I wonder why you even need online. It's just a way to restrict the consumer. You can't. As a business, that's a very, very poor business practice is to piss off the consumers. Hell, if you need an example, look at EA. How often has EA completely screwed over people? And I know I'm playing an EA game right now, go figure. They actually flagged one of the first Alice episode, so I'm not making any money off of it. Which I know for a lot of you people, like, isn't a big deal, but in all honesty, this beats having a real job, assuming I'd actually be able to make money off of this, and secondly, it's like I can't get a quote-unquote real job because the economy sucks. And I know, and anyway, that little mini rant over. I was going for there. I just got into a frothy rage there for a split second. I forgot. Oh yeah, and like EA flagging my videos for copyright, or I'd use for copyright, and it's like it gets. I get what I'm doing I get that Let's Plays are a really gray area for a lot of people. To me, it makes perfect sense that Let's Plays do more good than they do bad. I mean, certainly there are a lot of people that are like, well, I already saw someone play through the game, I don't need to play through it again. But then there's a lot more people who understand that, you don't play through the game the same way that they're playing. Like, I can guarantee you aren't going to be playing through the game in exactly the same manner I am. You're probably going to have different ways of playing through, different tactics, different little things here and there that make it play the way you want to play it. And, like me, I'm not going for a full 100%. I know there's a lot of people that are going to try to do that. It's part of the reason I don't do 100%. It's because if you want to do a full 100% run of any of the games I have that isn't Donkey Kong series, go find someone else's Let's Plays. They do a much better job than I will ever do. Might be the path that we're about to head to. But yeah.
Only the foolish believe suffering is just wages for being different.
What would I agree with that? I think if we touch into the glowing, they their fire. The glowing symbols. Samurai Wasp Archer, which I believe these guys are pretty easy to take out. Yeah, that's how easy they are to take out. Huh. Trying to stop that. Cool. Yeah, it's like that's my biggest. It's my biggest complaint, and I know a lot of people when they think about they think about the whole internet thing. I think more or less along the lines of necessity, and it really feels like Microsoft is trying to be very controlling over what they send you, and that's a major problem to me because you can't control what people want. You can't. Just end of story. That's not nature. Oh, there you go. Like, I don't want the next Call of Duty. I don't care about Call of Duty. If you like Call of Duty, that's fine. I don't care about it. And if they start selling nothing but Call of Duty, I'm not going to play it. I don't know what it's trying to point out here. It's been showing us some, naked, or topless geisha girls. I'm not even sure it's topless. I'm not even sure it's technically topless. I mean, she is technically wearing a top. Just her breasts are hanging out. And all that fine, undetailed glory. This game is rated M, right? I mean, they can show boobies on M-rated, right? I know YouTube is questionable content, but still. It's kind of one reason I'm glad they don't show any detail on this, because then I don't have to mark this up as technically adult. I don't have to worry about this getting flagged for adult content. Oh, who am I kidding? It's probably going to get flagged anyway. In America, we have such a weird interpretation of sex and violence that... Okay, I'm going to say on this subject is, it's nudity. Get the hell over it. Get over yourself. It's just, there's a difference between pornography and nudity, and people primarily, I'll say primarily American, I think liberals or whatever. I'm not political. Bible thumpers, we'll just call them. That's what I've been calling them my whole life. You need to get over that fact that there's a difference between that stuff, and stop freaking the hell out whenever someone does anything like. Anyway, then my stance on violence is really kind of confusing on this one, because we allow the most violent crap into our society that apparently other countries and cultures will look at and say, dude, that's too violent. They'll mark it up as R, and we'll mark it up as PG-13. Like, apparently, The Dark Knight, for those of you who don't know, I don't know, maybe you guys are watching it so far in the future that Christopher Nolan's not even a well-known name anymore. Well, that's a way to fight him. That's a way to get rid of those guys. The Dark Knight is the second Batman movie by Christopher Nolan, for those of you who don't remember. It's the one with the Joker, and it's like really it's the dark one. You know what I'm talking about by this point. If you don't know, you can Google it. Apparently, in other countries, and this is just going by what I've heard from a few other people, one other person primarily, but I think, no man, it's been so long. It's been a while ago since I heard about, but apparently in like England, I think that's considered like an R-rated movie. I'm not sure if it's rated R, but like it's considered, it's got the violence of an R-rated movie. And yet we Americans look at that and think, oh, that's just normal, as we fire our guns in the air. No, that'd be if you're living in Texas. I'm kidding. Right here we have Samurai Ink Wasps. Really have no real positive way of defeating these guys. You might think that they're kind of like the bolt flies, and what you got? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you do. Okay, that's right. You gotta destroy those things to stop them from spawning. Ah. No, they respawn. Ah, come on. Ah, hate these guys so much. Any kind of fly-based enemy that can latch onto you and just annoy you more than anything else is something I do not like. There. It's destroyed. Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Yeah, I think I destroyed the hobby horse. That might be why. There. Ugh, okay. Ugh. That was frustrating. Hate those guys so much. Yeah, I think that's kind of all I want to talk about. Not all I want to talk about the Xbox One thing. Like I said, I don't have any issues with having digital games. I mean, hell, I got this game off of Steam, okay? I mean, there's the interface for there's the Steam interface for you to prove it. Do you need? I love that kind of idea of being able to buy games online. But the main problem is with Microsoft being, Microsoft, and the main reason why Steam works so well is they have great deals. They understand that the games have that they understand the idea of diminishing values. We have this game that's I heard a description eating a pizza. You know, you have a limited amount of pizza slices, so of course you can't afford to drop the prices. But imagine you have a pizza where whenever you take the slice and give it to someone else, another slice grows back in its place. You can sell that for cheaper because you don't have a limited amount of that. It's that kind of, I guess that it makes sense to me, I guess. Maybe it doesn't make sense to some of you, but yeah. Anyway, it's about here where we're going to end the episode off. So the next episode we'll be heading through that way to that creepy looking face, and hopefully we'll be meeting the caterpillar soon. Until then, I'll see you guys later.